Hey, let's talk about summer glow makeup with the bronze eye makeup. I'll show you exactly how to do it step by step and how to avoid the most common mistakes, plus how to fix them if they happen. So I'll also show you how this makeup really looks in natural sunlight and in shadow, so you know exactly what to expect when you wear it outside. What do I have? I have big pores on the T-zone, two different hooded eyes, uneven brows, and some blemishes. Let's start. Choosing the right SPF depends on the moment. What works for everyday city life isn't the same as what you would use at the beach, by the pool, or when you are doing sports. I talked more about this product in a previous video, so make sure to check that out if you are curious. And right now, it's not as hot as it could be. We are saving time, and for me, it's the same as skincare. Look for how moisturizing it is, and it fills in all the textures on my skin, but it's not cancel the skincare for the long period of the time. If your skin isn't well hydrated, it will produce more and more oils. Oh, by the way, if you notice your skin starting to turn red, and not because of you are applying too hard or touching you too much, when you use your primer or skincare at the beginning of your makeup routine, that's usually a sign your skin isn't taking the product well. There might be something in the formula that's irritating it. This product is nice. It doesn't fight with any foundation, whether it's a water-based or silicone-based, doesn't matter. It works great with all of them. And now look, my skin is glowing, but it's not greasy, it's fresh. You'll be surprised. I'm going to use the most famous foundation with a matte finish. Even the jar is matte glass. And that's actually a little tip. You can often tell the finish of the foundation just by the packaging. So as I told you, I have big pores, and in hot summer weather, everything gets oily fast. That's why I'm applying just a thin amount of this foundation only where I need it, right over the pores, and blending it out into a super thin layer around the cheeks, not all over the face. It's just not necessary here. If you apply it all over in a thick layer, your skin won't breathe, and it will create that like a greenhouse effect, and you will start seeing little oils dot popping up, and especially around the lips, nose, forehead, and hairline. Trust me, I've been there. Let's save the glow just for the perimeter of the face and a little bit on the center. That's enough. And we are talking about summer glow, dew makeup, but for real life with a real skin in natural light. By the way, I use the same foundation as my concealer and eye base. If I don't have enough time, I just grab a big synthetic brush with a flat tip and blend everything out. It polishes the skin and covers the surface faster. Super efficient, one product, 3 drops. The blush I'm using is water-based and liquid. Here's the tip. The less silicone-based product you use, the longer your glow will look beautiful, where it's needed without turning sweaty or greasy. Don't apply it straight to the cheek from the applicator, and don't press your finger hard onto the skin either. Just look at how it blends. It seems nice at first, but as you blend it out, you might notice a huge bare spot, like completely without foundation here. And how do you fix that? Simply take a teeny bit of your foundation, dab it right into that spot, and gently tap around it to calm the blush and even out the surface. You are not removing the blush, you're just restoring the balance. But makeup is not about stress. Let's just forget about that type of application for a moment. We are beginners here, and we are keeping it simple. Just apply the blush to the back of your hand, not just one dot, spread it out like I'm showing you here. Then take any fluffy synthetic brush and lightly dab it into the product. Don't press too hard. If you press or drag, the foundation underneath will start moving side to side, and it will be hard to get a clean, even application. All the high points of the face that usually catch the sun first and get that natural sun-kissed look. Eyebrows, first brush them. Always start with that, and then draw the low line. It should be parallel to the upper line. That gives structure. And brush again. This helps spread any excess product that gets stuck between the hair, so it looks smoother and more natural. Do a more defined tip of the brow and fill in all the gaps gently. And now don't do this. Don't apply with a hard pressure like here. See how even the colors start to look darker. That's too much for a summer look, and this type of heavy brow might work with the bold eye makeup, but here it's overpowering. And brush it out properly to soften the edges and make it smooth. I am also going to add fake freckles and touch up my natural ones just to bring them back after the foundation layer. It's cute, fresh, and add that sun-kissed vibe. Freckles should be a mix, some darker, some lighter, some bigger and smaller, just like real ones. Apply them not just on the cheeks, but also across the nose, brow bone, and other high points of the face, even a little along the lip contour. That's what the sun would naturally hit. Let's take the same shade and do lip contour. I'm applied generously and then blend it out to create a soft, seamless gradient. And let's unpack the new lipstick I bought a few days ago. I've been waiting for this moment so hard. I wanted to do it together and share my first impressions with you. So look at this shade. It's a beautiful, and the texture is super creamy like butter, and it's high pigmented. I'm applying to the center of my lips first and pressing them together to blend it out, and this first layer gives that wind-kissed look, like our lips have been softly weathered. This shade is perfect for olive, cool, and neutral skin tones. And look, my green eyes are popping even more. It, by the way, will also look amazing on brown and caramel brown eyes. Love this type of colors and shades. I also have the same type of lipsticks in my professional makeup kit for clients. And now here's a little trick. Take a thin dot of the lipstick and apply it to the center of the cheeks. Then blend it upward. It gives a lifted effect, and you will be surprised by the natural gradient we just created, from that coral warmth to the soft berry flesh, and it ties the whole makeup together. Warm bronze eye and light, slightly cool tone on the lower part of the face. Eyeshadows. Let's start with these 9 beautiful shades and textures. I've already shown you 2 different eye looks using this palette. The mirror on this palette, really good quality. It's lightweight and detachable, so you can take it out and pop it into your bag. Super practical. Let's get into it. First, I'm applying this gorgeous warm bronze eyeshadow with the teeny golden particles straight onto the lids using just my fingertip. Then I take the shimmer gold shade and apply it closely to the lash line, then blend it upward onto the lids to add dimension. Now grab the same bronze shade with a small brush and define the lower lash line. This gives a soft, glowing frame to the eyes. Next, take a fluffy blending brush, dab it onto the back of your hand first, and now blend the borders side to side to soften everything. Don't forget to swipe it down a bit towards the side of the nose, and it gives a subtle sculpt. And like final touches, I'm just going to refresh the shine and add a bit more shimmer where needed, especially on the lids. And the last one, take the dark brown shade and apply it closer to the lower lash line. Fast recap. Let's apply the first eyeshadow as a base. It's a mid-tone brown. You're applying it all over the dry down foundation we used at the beginning of the tutorial. Apply it 2, maybe 3 times to build it up gradiently, and then start blending the borders. Hold the brush perpendicular to the eyes, look straight into the mirror, relax your face, relax your eyebrow muscles, don't raise your eyebrows. Let everything stay in its natural position. And now take the same mid-tone brown and apply it along the lower lash line to balance everything out. Next, grab a matte chocolate shade and press it along the low lash line, following its shape. Open up the space and fill in any gaps. You can also tap a little product into the inner corners where natural shadows tend to form. It adds depth. Blend everything with a fluffy blending brush to keep it soft and smooth. Don't forget to add that same chocolate shade to the lower lash line too. And now, time for summer glow. Add a bit of shimmer to the upper lash line, and if you like, pop a little into the inner corners as well. Hope you loved this one. Let me know what do you think and what's your thoughts about false freckles. Is it okay to wear them? I can't wait to hear your thoughts and see you soon in the next one. Ciao!